Okay, I'm making this video to talk about the changes in the AP Biology exam for the 2020 school year. so the new test is going to be on May 10th. I'm sorry, May 18th. Excuse me, as you can see on my screen here. And it's going to be 2 p.m. Eastern time. So, excuse me. So the way the test is going to work is you are going to have two questions. There'll be one long question, one short question. The long question is interpreting and evaluating experimental results. So it's very similar to question one that's been asked on the last 6 or 7 AP exams. Then question two will be 15 minutes long, and it's more of a concept-based question. So as you're taking the test, a couple things you have to keep in mind. You're going to get 25 minutes for the first question, 15 minutes for the second question. There's still a couple things that we're waiting to hear from them about. Let's see. No, actually, it's right here. So students will have 25 minutes to read, respond to question one, and then 5 minutes to upload. So you'll only get to see that question for 25 minutes. After the end of 25 minutes, you won't be able to view that question. You'll have an additional 5 minutes to upload that. You have to use whatever device you're going to use. Whatever device you log into the test with is the device you have to upload on. So let's say, for example, I'm going to use my computer as my device I open that I open up the question on. I could use my cell phone to take notes or type it if I wanted to, which seems a little crazy, but that's how you would do it. The other thing you can do is if you decide that you don't want to type it, you can also handwrite it. And if you handwrite it, you would have to take a picture and then upload it with the device that you open the question with. We can talk more about this too as you guys have questions. So as soon as you finish the first question, the second question will be available. You'll have 15 minutes worth of time to answer the second question, and then an additional 5 minutes to upload. Once you've finished question one, you can't go back to it. A couple other things. So we've done a number of these questions, so you should be in pretty good shape. So question one, it's going to be some type of a scenario where you'll have there'll be some type of lab scenario, there'll be some type of data table or graph. Like we've done this in the past, you'll have to describe what the data is giving you. You're going to have to come up with an analysis of that data, and then you're going to have to make a prediction, and you'll have to justify the prediction. This is very, very similar to questions we've done throughout the course of the year. What we'll do is we'll look at the last 7 or 8 questions together one by one and make sure that you're feeling pretty comfortable with those. On question 2, this is going to be similar to question 4 on most of the AP exams from the last 6-7 years since 2013. So this question is going to give you some type of biological phenomenon. It's going to ask you to describe the concept being shown. It'll most likely be some type of a diagram, and you'll have to explain what the concept is based on the diagram they give you. Explain the biological process of concept. So in context, so they're going to actually once again they'll describe what it is, explain how it works. You'll have to predict an outcome if there's a change. So we can model a million scenarios with that, and then I'll once again support and justify your answers. So a couple things we're going to be looking at units 1 through 6. Will not include 7 and 8. Ironically, they're posting info on Unit 7. These are the things that I've had you guys watch. So I'm curious why they're still using that particular piece of information. But we'll go back. What I'll do is I'll make a quick presentation about what each unit was and kind of the standards in those units, and then we can have a conversation about which ones you want to go over. A couple other things too. Test security. One of the things that they're concerned about is people cheating. I sat through a seminar last night and they explained, not completely, but they gave some hints to how they'll be able to tell. So one of the things they want to really make sure that people avoid doing is looking answers up online. You probably won't be able to with the type of questions they're asking you. You really won't have time to look up concepts. They're going to look at stylistic of writing. So they're going to take your answer and they're going to run it through some type of device, some type of program that's going to determine whether or not this is your writing or not. They're going to cross-reference it against web pages and other other things that you could find online. So it's very important that you don't that you stay honest and stay on task and don't go looking for answers. Um, if they do find that someone cheats, one of the things that they're going to do is they're going to inform all colleges across any college board college. So that's pretty much every college. So you don't want to put yourself in a position for that to happen. All right, so next time we meet, which I believe is Monday, we'll kind of go through some of these too, just to kind of have a quick conversation about like some of the things that you should be expecting. All right, I hope this was helpful, and I'll also post a link to this page as well too. All right, see ya.